Do you think the word church is in the Bible? Well, it's not. So, where do the roots originate from? And what does this Greek goddess have to do with the word church and its totality? All this and more in today's episode. Stay tuned. Watch this. How's it going, everybody? Welcome again to my channel, Past, Present, Future Gnosis. It's your host, Gnosis, man. I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad that you guys are here back with me, man. From that title, man, we're about to learn something here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be an episode. But before I begin, I want to say I just recently made a video about chemicals that are in national and well-known cereal products and General Mills products. So if use worries you, please watch this video, man. I can't stress this enough. This is really about our health, so it's something else. But other than that, let's get straight to this video. So now, if you heard from the beginning, what does church, the etymology of church, have to do with a Greek goddess called Circe? And what you'll be surprised is, well, let me just say this. If you've been watching my videos, I cannot stress to you enough, you always have to go back to the etymology of words. It'll tell you everything. So, not to stress this enough, so when you think of church, you think of prayer, the Lord's house, where Christians and Catholics go to pray to God and to come together in unity in the prayer of God. But if this house was corrupted, or where does the word church really derive from? And I think this is going to be a good one. So where we're going to start off, we have to start all the way in Greek. And if you've been watching my channels, you know I cannot stress Greek culture enough. The Greeks, man. If you know anything about Homer or Herodotus, they just tell you everything, man. But let's start off with this Greek, 3rd century BCE to be exact, man. We have to start off with this Greek goddess. And what does the Greek goddess have to do with church? Trust me. Wait till you find this out. And if you watch this video in its whole totality, this would be something else. So let's start us with this Greek goddess, Circe. And I'll give you a description about her now. And remember, pay attention to the words, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention to the words. Circe, aka Kirk, pronounced Kirk, is an enchantress and a minor goddess in ancient Greek mythology and religion. In most accounts, Kirk is described as the daughter of the sun god Helios and the Ocean nymph Perse. Circe was renowned for her vast knowledge of potions and herbs. Through the use of these magic wand or staff, she would transform her enemies or those who offended her into animals. She was a goddess of sorcery who was skilled in the magic of transmutation, illusion, and necromancy. She lived in the mythical island of Aea with her nymph companions. The best known of her legends is told in Homer's Odyssey when Odysseus visits her island of Aea on the way back from the Trojan War, and she changes most of his crew into swine. He manages to persuade her to return them to the human shape. Lives with her for years and has sons by her, including Latinus and Telegonus. Her ability to change others into animals is further heightened by the story of Picus, an Italian king whom she turns into a woodpecker for resisting her advances. Another story tells of her falling wolf of the sea god Glaucius, who prefers the nymph Celia to her. In his classical study, the myth of Kirk, Robert Brown gives extensive meaning in the ancient Greek world, and it concludes that Circes, aka Kirks, simply means is circle or circular. But it is not only referred to a building or monument that was circular, but one of its main meanings was its reference to the ancient goddess Kirk or Kirk. So now, just giving you all just a vague impression on this goddess. This goddess did necromancy and changed humans into swines and different animals. And she was the one of the founders of having such renowned knowledge of potions and spells. She was pretty much a witch from what modern people would want to say. So now, I say this, given all of this, knowing this Greek goddess here, I bet you all just wondering, okay, who cares? Yeah, I see about this Greek goddess named Kirk. Okay, she does necromancy with a wand and she knows potions, turning humans into different animals, shape-shifting them. So, what I want to say is, where does the word church come from? The etymology. You'd be surprised again that it goes all the way back to the Greeks and Old English, but Old Norse. But if you don't believe me, let's look at this right here. Let's go straight to Online Etymology Dictionary. Church, Old English, Circe, Kirk. Remember, this is the goddess's name. But when we look at it, what does it say? A place of assembly set aside for Christian worship, the body of Christian believers. Ooh, hold on, let me go back there, people. This Circe is the place of assembly set aside for Christian worship, the body of Christian believers, Christians collectively, a selective authority of power. But now when you look a little bit more to the side, let's continue. Kirkia, sources of Old Saxon Kirka, Old Norse Kirja. We keep going, baby. And if you scroll down, you look to the second portion, and we're going to do this together, ladies and gentlemen, because I cannot stress this enough. Greek of the Lord was used as houses of Christians' worship since 300 CE, especially in the East, though it was less common in this sense than ecclesia or basilic, an example of the direct Greek to Germanic transmission of many Christian words via Goths and probably used by West Germanic peoples in the day. So now, that's a pretty big shocker there, ladies and gentlemen. You see the correlation of the word Kirk and this Greek goddess, Kirk, aka Circe. But it doesn't end there yet, people. Because you know me, I like to give you guys the evidence. So here's another example here. And this is just Wikipedia, ladies and gentlemen, just to give you a little reference. Circe, Kirk, remember that last slide I just showed you. This is the house of God. Read a little bit more. Ancient Greek, Kirky, pronounced Kirk. Ladies and gentlemen, is an enchantress and minor goddess in ancient Greek mythology and religion. I mean, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, if you just take the time and you do the etymology, you're seeing the connections that I'm showing you here. But what's really interesting to me is that there is also a connection to Circe in the Bible. Like I just told you, I was explaining to you about Circe earlier. If I explained to you about certain pictures about her, which I will show you here, she is shown holding a golden cup in her hand, mixed with wine and drugs, through which she controls the kings of the world, like Useless in the story. Now, what's funny is, there is a connection to this too in the Bible, as we see here. Revelation 17, 2 through 5. This is the King James Version. You all can all look this up yourselves. I will show thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of earth. Wow. I mean, like, if that's not a clear indication of Cersei with this picture, I don't know what anything else is. But what gets me right here, ladies and gentlemen, is that no one's telling you this. How many Christians, even Catholics out there, knows that when you're going into church, you're actually going into within the body of a Greek goddess. You're getting, which she has, and, I mean, sorry for the interruption. Within a Greek goddess who is well versed in potions, spells, necromancy, as I just explained. So whenever you are entering a church, ladies and gentlemen, hear this out. You are going within the circle of Cersei, of this Greek goddess. You could honestly say that there may be a spell being put on you there too, but this is just me, ladies and gentlemen, doing my due diligence, doing my etymology. And if you've been following my channel, you've been seeing that there are certain codes that I cannot stress within the Bible. Some people want to throw it away. I ain't going to throw it away. I'm going to do my research. And like I just shown you, there's some hidden codes in there. There's a connection to pagan gods with the Bible. Clear as day. Look at the name. Cersei. Look at the etymology. It is plain as day, ladies and gentlemen. And if you do not want to acknowledge this, I mean, there's nothing else to do. And that's the thing I've noticed with people. People need to wake up and do the work. I've noticed people just sit down. They don't want to look into things. They just take for face value. People are too busy nowadays. They got the game on, my favorite movies on, but wake up, people. There are things going on that you need to be aware of, that other people are taking way attention to, and you're just left behind. Because honestly, this is nothing to what I have in the bag, but I just wanted to make a quick video about this connection with this Greek goddess to the etymology of church. Again, where you are assembling for church is within a Greek goddess called Kirk, aka Cersei, a Greek goddess. But what did you guys think? I have many videos about ancient Greek, Romans, and Egypt, and it doesn't stop there. I got more things to unfold for you guys, and I'm just opening up the lid for it. But what did you guys think about the connections with Cersei in the church? And did this blow your mind? Share this video and let another Christian know, because wow, can't believe an assembly is a Greek goddess, man. You got me there. But anywho, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for taking the time. Peace.